Okay.
Got some cheese stuck in.
Uh-oh. Cheese, please.
Cheese wrapped.
Okay. Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? With my buddy John, we're here to review The Eternals.
Yes, it's kind of a different superhero movie from the rest of the MCU. And it's based on a set of comics created by Jack the King Kirby.
Yep.
Now, I've never read any of those. I did read the Neil Gaiman run that he did. It was just like I think it was a miniseries that I read from Hoopla Digital. Which, so I kind of knew a little bit about the characters, but still not much. What's interesting is, I'm going to call her Chloe Zoe, because I'm not sure how to say her name. Zowie or something. Yeah. The Chinese writer-director of it, who won an Oscar-winning director who directed this. Now, what's interesting is, most of the MCU movies to this point have been pretty much reliant on green screen technology, where she got the granted permission to go out on different locations and shoot the film. So there's there's a little bit of digital effects, but very few compared to the rest of the Marvel universe. And it's kind of interesting because it's about like these beings are sent to Earth to fight off these monsters that are attacking life on Earth. And so there's a battle between the Eternals and the Deviants. And the Deviants are the monsters. Yeah. And the Eternals are created by Celestials. For the kind of a mini spoiler, if you saw, a couple movies. Actually, the first movie. What was the first movie that referenced it? Was it Guardians of the Galaxy?
Possible.
Where they're mining like the body of a celestial. One place was at nowhere, and then in the second movie, then you meet Ego, the celestial.
Yeah.
And so it's about like the celestials who are godlike beings that create these creatures and stuff. There's a lot more to it, but it takes place over a span of a few millennium, so it's kind of fascinating. So slow going, and I don't know if that's what people didn't like about it. Of course, then you get the assholes who are like, "Wow, why do you have to cast a diverse people? They're just trying to pander." Yeah. Well, actually, from a capitalist point of view, which Disney is diehard capitalist, it makes sense because, you're going to be making toys on all these characters.
I know.
And you're more likely to attract a wider audience first to your movie if it's to have a diverse cast, and then you're going to sell a lot more toys to people that might not buy it. But oh, hey, there's a toy. It looks like me. I want to buy this, as opposed to just a bunch of white.
That's true.
So to me, it's a very capitalistic move. Of course, I took a little bit of marketing.
Yeah, I mean, Of
course, but I think people were bitching about that.
Well, I mean, comics were all about diversity and stuff,
moving and too much of departure, not enough action.
I thought it was really good. I thought it was really interesting and very different. I didn't like it as much as I like Shang-Chi though. Shang-Chi was
that was really good because that was more fantasy.
Yeah, and
I'm into more fantasy. I mean, superheroes I consider a subgenre of fantasy, but that was more like the high fantasy. Yeah, where you get into like Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, and The Hobbit, and there's a series you need to read, Dragonlance, which is Dungeons and Dragons series. Yeah. Really good series of books. But that's where you get to like your elves and dwarves and stuff. But anyways, I liked it. Turtles a lot.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was really cool. It's like I wish I knew. I don't know when it came out though. I wish I knew what Howie thought of it. May rest in peace though, because he was a comic book guy.
It has some heavy hitters, particularly in the form of Selma Hayek and Angelina Jolie. Those are probably the two biggest heavy hitters in the movie. But then you also have a couple dudes that are in Game of Thrones. This one guy was on a really good series called Silicon Valley by the creator of Beavis and Butthead. It's based on Mike Judge's time in Silicon Valley. Yeah. And then, let's see, who else? Trying to remember. Those are the ones I can think of offhand. But yeah, so I had a nice cast of people. Really good.
Oh, it was good. Yeah.
It's funny because the guy from Silicon Valley, the actor, he was saying, I saw an interview where like he thought he was gonna get some real cool weapon, but they're like, "Oh no, you're just gonna make finger guns." He's like, "Finger guns? That's gonna look stupid." But then when he added the effects, he goes, "Oh, that actually doesn't look too bad."
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, I think they did a good job. So there were some, of course, special effects, but
oh yeah, I mean, I dug it. I mean, like I said, I give it a 7.75 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I mean, it wasn't as, it was really different though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would like to read the Kirby series sometime.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot to read, but I'm sure there's a probably all on Hoopla Digital, so you know I can access that through my tablet and stuff. But yeah, I think they did a pretty good job with it. Very gorgeous cinematography. That's why I'm glad they went out to different locations.
Oh yeah, it was cool. I mean, it was. But I mean, like I said, it's different, and like, I don't know, some audiences, I think they just want the more familiar properties and stuff like that. But I mean, with Marvel Universe, you're going to get the ones that aren't as
and that's
familiar to general audiences, not comic book readers, but general audiences.
That's what they did with like Guardians. So actually, you know, they said Iron Man wasn't as well known among general audiences. It wasn't a popular character, but they kind of made it popular. But Guardians was even more unknown, and then probably Eternals is even much less known than
I think
so.
Well, I think Guardians was better than Eternals in my opinion. Yeah,
the success of Guardians of these unknown characters allowed them to tap into more stuff. Like this director, she turned down the offer to direct Black Widow because she decided she wanted to pitch this movie idea instead, and they thought it was just a fantastic pitch. So they hired her to do this instead of Black Widow. Because they had their sights set on her for Black Widow.
Well, Disney's got the money to do all these, properties and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
It's all merchandising.
Yep. Merchandising. Yeah, merchandising.
Yeah, but
what's that? Merchandising. What's that? Merchandising.
Like you said, then if you make your cast more diverse, you're going to attract a lot more.
Oh yeah.
Especially you know, Bollywood's a big market and stuff too.
They had some Bollywood stuff in there.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because you know, the guy from Silicon Valley, I forget his name, so that's why I keep calling him the guy from Silicon Valley. He's not really a dancer, so then he had to learn Bollywood dance moves for the movie.
But, I mean, he did okay. He thought that probably was fun.
Yeah, but then he said the whole finger gun thing. He said, I looked weird just off the side practicing, and then doing the dance moves and then shooting.
Yeah, you could do like a John Travolta thing. Staying Alive, like Saturday Night Fever.
Well, yeah, I think it was a really good movie.
Almost said Saturday Night Live, but Saturday Night Fever.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night.
I miss Don Pardo. He was cool.
Don Pardo. What did he say at the end of different shows? This is Don Pardo saying. This is Don Pardo saying.
Yeah, that was one of why he did. That always freaked me out as a kid. It was like I got confused, but no, that was him saying that. So that was cool.
Yeah, and there's a mid credit scene and an end credit scene. So stick around for that. The one person's off camera in the end credit scene, so you have to look up who that is because it's setting up. If you want to, it's like the end credit scene is setting up other stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
And one should be very interesting. I can't wait to see. But they got a lot of stuff coming up too, so it should be interesting because it's like, wow, we didn't see the new Spider-Man yet.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see it eventually. He ain't going to theaters.
And
risking life for it.
Yeah, Sony's doing Mobius or. Not Mobius. That's the mathematician. Morbius, which keeps getting pushed back.
Yeah.
I read something like that got pushed back again.
Wow. I mean, that's the way things are now,
Yeah. Then Blade's coming out, and there's like all kinds of superhero movies. You ever get burned out, but you know, it depends on what you like, too.
Yeah.
And there is different takes on the superhero sagas that can be very interesting. And this was something that is a departure from the usual one, so I think that if you don't like the same old, check this out a little bit. It's a little bit different, just like you have all these superhero shows. So it should be interesting to see where they're going with everything.
Oh yeah, it'd be cool as hell.
It's like they already got the next big villain lined up and stuff for Marvel. That's been announced, and you got all kinds of stuff going on. So it should be fantastic. You like superhero movies.
Oh, yeah, and I do.
And TV shows. Then you got the new Batman's coming out from Warner Brothers. That might be interesting.
Let's see what's going on. Yeah.
So there's a lot of superhero stuff coming down the pike, too. But everything comes in waves, because like other people like bitching and moaning, oh, we can't get our stuff in the theaters. It's all superheroes. Yeah, but if that's going to wane, a few more years.
I know. I didn't want to go to theater anymore.
No, I mean, just the superhero genre.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think that's going to start to wane after
it did. It did for a while with COVID and stuff like that. Then with
no. I mean the genre itself. Hasn't waned.
Yeah.
It's been going.
Oh yeah.
But I think it might start to wane in a few more years, where there's not going to be as many being made.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to start to wane. It's also going to start to Garth.
Yes. Carry on.
Yeah.
Party on, Jason.
So
yeah.
So stupid.
But then again, some of these movies, it's like The Irishman, Martin Scorsese.
Well, that was cool.
Who cares about seeing that in a big screen? I mean, to me, it's a mobster movie. Okay. Yeah. I liked it, but that doesn't beg for a big screen like fantasy movies, westerns, and sci-fi.
Yeah.
I'm fine with seeing that.
But that actually did play in theaters for a little bit, and then it went.
Yeah, a limited release.
Yeah. But I mean, sometimes it's nice
that he couldn't get the big release, and he had to go with Netflix, and none of the studios were interested.
But maybe it's just too long. And sometimes it's nicer to see super long movie, like when you lay down on the couch and then take a pee break and stuff and pause and stuff,
The way you worded that.
Poop break.
To lay down on the couch and take a pee break.
Yeah. Well, see, that's like that Sean Morris said, like. Yeah, Sean Morris was saying, like, I said it was off limits, then it says on limits again. Watch. He'll watch this, he'll comment. That's okay, though. That's
they said it was the second longest Marvel movie after Endgame.
Oh, it is the second long? Okay.
Like 226.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of ground to cover, like millions of years, So, yeah.
A lot of ground cover reminds me of Groucho Marx talked to one lady. That's a lot of ground cover. Say you cover a lot of ground. Hey, you better beat it. They're going to tear you down and put up an apartment building. No, don't leave in a huff.
Leave a minute and a half.
I forget how'd it go.
Leave in a huff? Leave in a minute and a half?
Yeah.
But there was something.
If you can leave in a taxi, if you can't find a taxi, you can leave in a huff. If that's too soon for you, you can leave in a minute and a huff. That's what.
There was something we saw on Turnclub, Dad and I, with him playing the ukulele. I think Groucho Marx was playing the ukulele and the girl was dancing. He was doing awful. That was one of the fun on one of the Groucho Marx movies, on one of the Marx Brothers movies.
Oh, okay.
On Turner, I can't remember which one it was, but he was playing the ukulele or something.
Okay.
Yeah, Turner Classics, TCM.
I didn't make out the word.
Oh, Turner Classics. That's what I meant to say.
Well,
I don't even know if they had
I couldn't make it out.
Oh, I don't even know if they have the underground anymore. I love that when they have like the weird movies on there, like the old David Lynch stuff, which is really strange. Yeah, well, his new stuff is strange, but the older stuff is really strange.
You ought to see season 3 of Twin Peaks. I don't know if you ever watched any Twin Peaks.
I never seen any Twin Peaks.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I know at least 2 of the seasons are on, well, they were on Netflix. I made a mistake, though, was when their 3rd season came out. I went back and watched the series because I never saw the 2nd season because college and drinking. But I didn't go back and watch the movie because there's a lot of references to the movie in the 3rd season. Also, unused clips of the movie were used in the 3rd season. Yeah. But yeah, that's definitely the 3rd season, most Lynchian season out of all of them. Where you get into the weird.
Well, I mean, they had. I heard about Twin Peaks later on, but I mean, it was playing while I was at Fort Bragg. Yeah. A lot of times I couldn't get ABC that well in my room. I had a little dinky antenna. I mean, this is back in the old days, in the 90s.
Yeah.
In the 90s, 91. And I don't know, I might have missed some seasons because I don't know. Because it's all depends on, when the Army is like, I don't know when it started on ABC because it did not show on AFN when I was in Germany. So I don't know if it was in, I don't know, in Fort Bragg yet or not. Or when
Boy, did we ramble on.
Yeah, ramble on, sing my song, ramble on. That's why I'm glad I charged my battery back up.
Yep.
So I guess that's it for me.
That was one of their Hobbit, Lord of the Rings songs was Ramble On.
Oh, cool.
Because a bunch of their songs are
Yeah.
based on the series, like
Yeah.
well, I'm not going to break for it. Battle of Evermore.
Yeah.
That's about the series. Of
Oh,
books.
yes.
So yeah, they have a bunch of songs that are
Yeah.
taken.
A lot of stuff was really cool, but I mean, I know that because they said they wanted to have Robert Plant on that metal show. Eddie Trunk did, and he refused to do it because he did not. He's embarrassed. He didn't want to be think of like as the godfather of heavy metal, like Robert Plant, because he didn't want to distance himself from the metal title. But
Right.
I don't know why. But I mean, you know, it's a genre of music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could classify it more as hard rock.
Hard rock, but
versus metal. Metal's even
Yeah.
heavier.
Well, I mean,
he said Black Sabbath is really because that's funny. The sound because of Tony.
Yeah,
Tony
Tony Iommi.
His
Yep.
fingertips, the way he played slower, ended up setting the sound.
Oh, that was so. I mean, see, now that's my. I mean, because people growing up has like their Beatles, like a band that's like songs are timeless, and most people say the Beatles. And then, as I got older, people were saying Rolling Stones or Beatles, and a lot of people say Rolling Stones. I say Black Sabbath over those two. That's what my Beatles are, is Black Sabbath. So we went to Eternals, to music, to everything else. And until next time, please take care, my legion. Okay.
All right.